y'all. Welcome or welcome back to Her Point of View. This video, as you can see from the title, is it may be the start of a new series. It just might be. I have so many series ideas that just come to me or come to mind. And whenever I do, I try to jot them down in my notes so that I can come to it if I don't have the time to execute it right then and there. But yeah, how is your day? I think that is such a loaded question that can often just be kind of taken one way or the other. It can either be a, no, it was okay, like just in a nutshell, or you could really sit down and get into the depth of how truly your day went. And this day is Monday, by the way. It is Monday, the 14th of June. And this day for me, I felt led to document and share with you all just a bit of what my journey has been like since June has started. And not to go into too much detail, but just to kind of give you the overall gist of how my day was and what led me to this moment. So I wrote down in my notes, if you guys can see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, it might be too late. I can't see. Anyway, it's written down. But I'm gonna share it with y'all. So the first thing I wrote down was bored at work. Now, I feel like that energy kind of really settled in to my subconsciousness, and it affected me throughout a really big chunk of my day. And I feel like I kind of brought that energy home, and it made me feel uneasy. Now, just to give y'all a little bit of background, um, I started a new position at a plant out here, not too far from my city, Buffalo. It's about 20 minutes out. But it's kind of a production plant type of job. And the overall mission and objective to my job and what I do is very gratifying to me. Um, we assemble pacemakers and hearing aids for people. So, in a sense, it's very gratifying what we do. And it's kind of how they sell you. Well, not necessarily sell you, but it's kind of how they, talk themselves up, especially in the hiring process and the training process. And it makes you feel like you're doing something that's greater than you. And essentially, you are. But how the job itself is broken down. It's broken down into so many different components that on the day to day, it can be very tiresome, tedious, and boring. And you have to remind yourself during those moments why you do what you do, bigger than you, right? So I was having one of those days. I was having a Monday, and I was kind of frustrated and I was carrying myself in a way to make it obvious that I was frustrated. I wouldn't say I was to the point where I was like slamming doors and being childish, but I was definitely like not my engaging self. I wasn't really talking to people the first kind of half of my shift. I was just kind of sitting around waiting to basically do my job. And it weighed on me. And one thing that I'm learning within this job and this position of what it is now is that because what I do requires patience, I'm really having a tough time not falling into a sense of laziness. I don't want to be or feel stagnant or lazy, especially if I'm getting up and going to work. And that's kind of what I've been feeling like. Now, it's a stepping stone, it's a process um, to learn different areas within my job. So I'm still kind of at an entry level. I've been with this company now for about a month. So it's still very, fairly new. But like I said, for this to be such a big production, it takes a lot of small components to actually do what we do. And it's a boring job right now. And, I have one of my supervisors come up to me like, we're really going to try to get you to train on some other things. We know you're bored. We see it. We know it. We're sorry. And I'm just like, today I was just at a point where I was just like, yeah, I hear y'all. I hear what y'all saying, but y'all been saying the same thing to me for what feels like centuries. So ultimately, I feel like to turn it into a positive is a test about patience. And not only that, but I feel like within this boredom and this leisure time that I have at work, my mind goes into everything else that's going on within my life. And then I get into a pattern of overthinking and, just becoming kind of scattered and anxious and really creating stressors for myself that don't need to be there. Which brings me to my next bulletin that I wrote down on my how was your day list. Thoughts about relationships, trying not to overthink, especially as a result of being bored with work. So right now, um, I am currently single, um, which is kind of me stepping out of my comfort zone and sharing that aspect of my life with you guys because it's something that I really don't share. But things are changing, and I feel like a part of this change is to allow myself to be more open, not just for you all, but just for myself too. And hopefully, this inspires you to be open if you feel somewhat closed off. Um, this month, I was I found myself dabbling into a lot of tarot card readings, especially about my placements in my natal chart, and just seeing, what's in store. And I was seeing a lot of great things, especially when it comes to relationships. And for those of you who are those of you who are into astrology and you know about natal charts and astrological placements, a little fun fact about me: I am born in the seventh house, and the seventh house in astrology is all about partnerships. So, relationships is my thing. And one of the greatest lessons that I feel like I'm learning right now in terms of relationships is to lead with my heart and not my mind. And that is so challenging to me. Let me tell y'all, it is so, so challenging. But it's a challenge that I know I will be victorious in. And I say that to say, first and foremost, I'm grateful, completely grateful to the divine, to the source for my mind. I receive intuitive guidance and wisdom very clearly, and I interpret wisdom very well. So I'm truly grateful for that. And in the back of my mind, when I be going through these stressors or overthinking things, when I really have the time to sit down and reflect, I'd be like, you already know this. So why you tripping? Like, but I have to have those moments of reminding myself, like, you know this, calm down, get back into a place of inner peace and calmness. You don't have to worry about it. Just let it be. Like, but I know I'm not alone in that. So, again, grateful. Something else I wrote down: overall lessons for today. Lead with my heart, not my mind, my head. Slowing down, relying on inner trust, peace, patience, and faith within my process and my journey. So, just to rewind a little bit of what I was just talking about, I was heavy on the tarot readings this month. And one of the major things that were sticking out in my tarot card readings, and for those of you who don't know, I am a Libra sun. So I was heavy on that this month, and it was saying a lot. I was watching a lot of videos saying, like, new love is coming in, and you might be meeting somebody new. So of course, being born under the seventh house of partnerships, it's the possibility of new relationships, new love. It fuels me in such a heartfelt way that sometimes it's hard not to think about. And I have to remind myself not to overthink it, because I ultimately get in my own way. And love, true love, isn't something that can be so logical. It's truly something that is felt. And again, I'm just grateful for that wisdom of knowing that. Um, so, as I was thinking about these things, as the evening progressed, um, I often have a lot of self talks to myself. Um, where I'm just like, man, I got to record this because when I be talking to myself, it be making sense. Be like, Lita, you notice. It makes sense. And that's what ultimately led me to here to share it with y'all. But when I got home from work, um, I was just completely drained. And I knew it had a lot to do with how I started out my day there. And I noticed I just felt the tension within my body. And my son was kind of whiny. So it was just like tension on tension on tension. I'm just like, mm-mm. Like, I got to shake this. I don't know what I got to do, but I got to shake this. And it was I guess I had a bit of an aha moment where it was just like a tap on the shoulder, like, listen, it was my higher self. Honestly, it was my higher self. Like, listen, you know the direction in which your life is heading. You know that it's changing. I know that my life is changing for the better because I know that I am becoming better. And when you have to have those mental checks with yourself, those pauses in life to just be like, look, you good. Stop stressing over how you think it's supposed to be and just trust. That is that ego that you got to shed, that I'm learning to shed, quite honestly. And I don't mind capturing that and sharing that experience with you all because I know it's something for the greater good. And I know it's something that the world needs to see. Um, we're all connected in that way. So it brings me a great deal of peace to know that I'm aiding and contributing in this way. Um, for those of you who follow me on social media, I'm primarily only on Instagram at underscore NY. I posted a video, a small little clip on my IG page um, of the Red Table Talks with Jada. And she was talking with um, Queen Afora, I believe that's her name. And they were basically just talking about the way of the woman and how when a woman heals herself, she heals others. Such a powerful statement that is. That is truly, truly everything. When a woman heals herself, she heals. She heals her family. She heals her friends. She heals others. She heals the masses. She heals the world. And that's the type of energy that I always want to exude and express. And I ain't gonna get emotional on y'all, even though it makes me emotional. But I just, I really take so much pride in trying to live a purposeful life and to better myself. I really do. And it means more than I could ever express to you guys, but I will give my all to try and do that for y'all, because the way of the woman is when she heals herself, she heals others. And I'm just grateful to be guided to this moment in time and to be able to have the tools and access to share with you guys. So I think I'm going to continue on this segment of how was your day, because I feel like it's so therapeutic. Not everybody has someone to go home to and say, how was your day? Not everybody has a family member who, as we're, people are so caught up in the rat race in their own agendas that sometimes we just overlook that small little thing that really means a lot. I posted on my IG story the other day, wisdom is knowing that the little things are really the big things. Whew. I didn't know I was gonna be led here, but I'm glad. Like, the little things are really the big things. So check on the people that you claim to care about. Check on them, even if it's just a small text of how was your day, you know. But be intentional. Don't just do it just to, feel like you're doing a good deed, and, not really investing in that time. Really invest time in the people that you love. Which brings me to a lighter note. I got family coming into town. I got family leaving and coming in on the same day. um, I got my family coming into town tomorrow. I think they're leaving tonight. Actually, they may be on the road right now. They're driving up from Tennessee, so I'm gonna just say a quick prayer for them. Um, Source, guardian angels, ascended masters, ancestors, spirit guides, please protect and guide my family. Keep them covered and protected. Let them arrive here safely. And I'm looking so forward for this time. And I know that it's already done. And I thank you. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap this video up. We almost going on 25 minutes. But if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please click that bell and that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If the icon turns blue, you don't have to like it more than once. Just click it once. And I will see y'all in the next one. Here's to more healing. Here is to more healing. Here is to more peace. Here is to more love. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.